you all. It's the Let's Wine About It podcast. It's your girl Jels here. And we're back with the season finale of season 4.
Yeah.
It's been a whirlwind this season, guys. And personally. So and this is what this episode is about. We're kind of gonna get into like certain things, but it's been a whirlwind to say the least. But this season is coming to an end because it's actually projected. It was projected for us to end.
It was
episode 8. Is it episode 8? Yeah, I think it was. Yeah, episode 7 was last week.
Right.
So yeah, it's projected for us to do this. So it's not like we're ending abruptly because life stuff. It's just life shit has been happening
in the midst of
our season, which is why we haven't been consistent. But we were determined to get this out to you all and finish our season, which is why I'm so glad I made it a short season. I usually do like 10, 11, maybe 12 episodes a season.
You said that day one.
I wanted it to be 8. Very short, to the point, sweet episodes. Season 5, we're gonna come back better and more consistent. Hopefully, if life don't be life in the way it lifed.
And the way it life this
okay?
It lifed hard.
It lifed so hard. I don't understand. I don't get it, but God makes no mistakes.
He don't. So
and I'm just going to roll with the punches.
Yep.
So we're gonna go ahead and get into the housekeeping real quick because we're gonna get into the episode. If you haven't already, follow us on all digital platforms. I mean all of them: Apple, Spotify, Google, iHeartRadio, Spreaker, Breaker. All of where you get your audio podcast, we're there. It's Let's Wine About It with the wine glass emoji. You have to put the wine glass emoji in there so you can see our lovely faces, or you can see or hear our lovely voices. Cat. Whoa. But
that's okay, because we got something for that.
We got something for that. We're on YouTube, which is why we're recording at this very moment. So follow us on YouTube, Let's Wine About It podcast. You'll see our lovely faces there for sure. And then follow us on Facebook and Instagram, but more so Instagram because we're on there for real. Let's Wine About It
Pod.
P-O-D. Okay, we love the feedback. We love interacting with you all. If you want to see more of us, like pictures, videos, reels, just whatever, us hanging out, you'll see it there. So follow us on Instagram, Let's Wine About It Pod. So season finale, season is ending. We don't know when season 5 will open, but just stay tuned.
But y'all gotta stay tuned. That's why.
Gotta stay tuned because we randomly we might start it next week. We don't know. Life might be better next week. Just never know.
Right.
I have a lot of optimism. Whoa, I am not a pessimist. I mean, I'm a pessimist to myself behind closed doors, but I'm always cheer everything else on. Okay, listen, I'm gonna get my life together. But it might be next week. It might be tomorrow. We never know. It might be a year from now. We just don't know. But
that's why y'all gotta stay tuned.
Specifically to the Instagram because that's where we'll put the updates there.
Yes.
So yeah, we're gonna definitely come back with season 5. More, and more. Let's get into the wine.
Love it. Ooh, we have Head Over Heels.
Head Over Heels. Is that the name of the brand?
Yes,
yeah.
I want to say, and it's a Riesling.
It's a Riesling. Sweet Riesling American. Let's see how much percentage. 11%.
11%. So it's a nice little buzz.
It's a nice little buzz.
Yeah.
So I guess
it's giving buzz.
It's giving. We're gonna be a little drunk today, which is okay. But we're in celebratory mode because
we are.
Jay Neezy's birthday is coming. 11/17, guys.
Yes.
So we're in celebratory mode. So.
With my Scorpios.
Why? Okay, listen, my soul sister.
Yes.
My soul tribe.
And y'all know when y'all see friendship goals and vibes and relationships,
they always put the Virgos and the Scorpios together.
They do.
So we're a match made in heaven.
We are.
We were supposed to do this.
Yes.
I love you, sister.
See, I love you too. Y'all gotta
listen.
Y'all know it's real.
It's real when it's real. When it's real, it resonates.
Yes.
So with that being said, Scorpio season.
Gems for you.
No, for real. It's Scorpio season, and Scorpio season has been Scorpioing.
Because I read something that said this season is about releasing.
It is.
Facing that inner child.
Yeah.
And a lot of things is going to be coming out.
And you know what? And not aside from the astrological. Sorry. Y'all know. Listen. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Aside from that, I think we're in a different shift. Mm-hmm. Y'all know I'm gonna go spiritual, but practical as well. I think the world is in a different time.
Yeah.
And it's forcing everybody to kind of get their shit together. So get your shit together.
Get it together.
So before we get into the real of the conversation, just get your shit together. And I think that's what this season for us specifically is like bringing out certain things. That's like kind of like making sure that we clean up house in our own lives. So,
right.
Yeah. And we're going to talk about it a little bit. But let's get into this wine.
This wine, sweet Riesling, 11%.
Yeah.
And it's head over heels.
It's head over heels. Let's go ahead and toast to a wonderful birthday.
Thank you, best
31
friend.
years.
31.
And 16 years of being my best friend. I love you so very much.
I love
You
too.
deserve love, abundance, and peace in your life. Okay?
Thank you.
And you're going to get it if it kills me.
Okay.
Okay? All right. We're going to toast to Jayneezy, guys.
Thank you, best friend.
It is a sweet Riesling.
The fact that Riesling can be sweet.
I didn't know that. That's why I was like, what?
Because it's usually
It's like
bitter.
It's dry. It's not bitter. It's
Well,
more
yeah,
dry.
I probably had a bowl.
I'm a whitehead, so I would know that. She
Yeah.
a red person, so she be teaching me
It
what
do
a
come
red.
off. It do come
But it's
yeah,
more dry.
to me.
Riesling is a dry, it's in between. So it's like it could be sweet and it could be dry, but it's more dry.
And it's hard picking a good Riesling.
Yeah, that's
probably
why.
Yeah.
Yeah, certain brands don't have that.
Dang.
This is why we try different brands of the same wines,
Yes.
because every brand won't have the same Pinot Grigio. Every brand is not going to have the same Merlot or Pinot Noir or Malbec.
Oh, Malbec. No,
They're not going to
way.
have the same. And my go-to is a Pinot Grigio.
Yeah.
But everybody doesn't have a great Pinot Grigio. Some could be because Pinot Grigio is more of the drier, bitter
of a white wine.
Yeah.
But
And
it's
I like
so
those,
good.
but if you get a wrong brand, you'll be like, ugh. You know, you'll be like, nah. So
it took a while to get to that, but baby, you snapped this.
Did I? I feel like because I picked the other one first.
Yeah, you did. And you was like, wait a minute.
I like this.
And the bottle stood out to you.
It did.
Uh-huh.
I'm an aesthetics girl.
Yeah, she is.
Y'all should see my house.
She is.
And
the bottle stood out to her.
My
She
dumb
was
ass
like,
just said y'all should see my house. And y'all see in my house.
this is a different angle. Winers, the ones
Season 5
yes.
gonna be different. I'm trying to tell y'all we coming.
See?
We coming, so pay attention, guys. Pants are
You
down.
did.
No, I like it. I like it. I'm an aesthetics girl. I like a look of things. I like scenery things. I'm an earth sign. I like outside. I like things that you can appreciate and take in. But the bottle is cute, and I'm gonna keep the bottle.
Yeah, the bottle was fire.
I'm gonna actually keep it and use it as a base for my flowers.
Oh,
You know, I like sunflowers, and they have like longer stems.
Yeah.
So I like that. Yeah. So
This will be fine too. I can see that. I won't be surprised if you started a collection. Just something else to put in her house.
I'm a creative, so I guess that's what that is, and I'm embracing everything.
Yup.
I'm embracing it.
I won't be surprised. It'll be
I'm embracing a lot of things. I might write me a book.
Might.
It's been heavy on my mind lately.
Will. Years though. This ain't the first time
I know that, and then people been telling me to write.
That's it. That's
Look at the realizations we're coming to right now, guys.
Confirmation, yes.
We're talking about like shit. I'm sorry. We're sorry, guys. But this episode's gonna be that way. Y'all love us.
She did say that. It's a whirlwind.
Yeah,
It's
a lot of
whirlwind of stuff throwing out at you from us.
I love this. I'm killing this.
This is good.
Yeah.
That's why I'm like, a Riesling sweet?
Yeah, sweet Riesling. That's why I picked that. That's another thing that made me pick it. Cause I'm like, I've never heard of a sweet Riesling.
You showed it. You looked about it like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get it a 10 because I like it.
Oh, this is.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it a 10. And for 11%,
This is the first.
I'm gonna give it a 10.
First 10?
of the season, maybe. Yeah.
I want to, because we ain't come across a bottle that like really this season across the board.
And then y'all stay tuned for season 5. We're gonna definitely do a lot more expensive wines. We've been doing the affordable wines because we get the coin. We get it.
We understand. We know. But now we finna up, because we did come across some. It's like
we wanna expand our palate.
We gonna climb that ladder.
And we're living a life of luxury and
we
soft
are.
life. So why not reward ourselves?
We are.
With, $70, $80, $100 bottles of wine.
Cause the what? The cheapest one at Marriott's was $54.
Cheapest.
And that was on sale. So.
And it was on sale.
So yeah.
So and the original was, I think, started at $100. So yeah.
We bought.
I'm gonna give it a 10. What you giving it? Oh, you said
it's a 5-star for sure.
Yeah,
it's a 5-star.
It was I believe it was like $14.99. We got it at Mariano's. So there's.
I agree with you. This is a really good, because y'all hear me. This is just a shocking part of the fact of Riesling, and I'm not, like I said,
she's a red one.
Definitely a red one.
She's a redder. Sorry. Okay. I quit.
They know.
No, they know. If you know, you know.
If y'all know, you right. They know.
We're gonna.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
This is so good.
So we're gonna give it 10 across the board. Let's go ahead and get into some, icebreaker. I actually want to do something. I have this icebreaker, but I want to ask you something.
Okay.
How are you feeling? And how are you feeling overall, mentally, spiritually, emotionally? If you can sum up in one word how you're feeling all overall.
Honestly, I felt like a little bit disconnected, but now I feel myself getting back to in the groove of things. I did feel disconnected.
For sure.
I was like, I just felt off. I'm just like, okay, what is you showing me? Because I don't feel like myself.
For sure.
So now I feel rejuvenated. I do. I'm still feeling a little bit of what's that? You know how
residue?
Yeah, you having like I can explain it better like this. You haven't rode a bike in a while, so you get on a little wobbly, but then after you get the hang of it, you back to it like, oh yeah, I won't forget.
It's second nature to you.
That's me.
Gotcha. Overall, if I can sum it up in one word, if I could be honest, stretched, and not in a good way. And so I'm trying to come back into balance, more so mentally, emotionally, which is ultimately affecting my practical physical life. So I feel stretched, and I know it is all a lesson. At least that's how I'm going to interpret it as, because we're not going to give the devil or the negative energy no more energy.
No more.
But
no more.
Which is why season 4 kind of was chaotic. We started out strong and then it kind of got rocky. We both started new jobs. I've actually started several jobs in 1 year, which if y'all know, y'all know.
They know, because they've been on that journey too.
I'm gonna give me a job, and if it ain't, we gonna get us some jobs.
Yeah, we recorded when you started them.
Listen, but no, we started our new career paths.
We have
this year at the same time, which is why we ultimately just feel like we're deeper than just best friends. We're really like sisters for real, because a lot of stuff that happens to us simultaneously. When good happens to us simultaneously. When bad happens to us simultaneously. Which is why this is my soul tribe for sure.
Yeah.
So that's another thing we're gonna definitely talk about now. I want to open up with that. But before we open up, let's matter of fact, no, let's just open up with that. I'm led to just open up with that.
Yeah.
I suppose we're not gonna go on an icebreaker. That was our icebreaker. How we feeling? So with that being said, find your soul tribe. Because the reason why, and that's the thing, like, everybody is not gonna go through seasons with you. And everybody is not meant to endure those type of seasons with you anyway. You know what I mean? Like,
they don't know how to handle it.
Life is gonna show you who's supposed to be in your corner and who's not.
Yeah.
In general.
Yeah.
And we've been through enough life seasons in our younger years to know that we're solid and we're in this.
We have. We really have.
But I know, and we're gonna, as we're going through it now, we're keep going through seasons. But we used to go through the seasons and the storms when it came to our friendship. A lot in our earlier years. We don't even. There's no doubt in my mind about my friend.
It's no doubt at all.
Ever. Like, no, that's what I'm saying. Now, which is why we don't go through the petty friendship shit, which is a lot of people ask, like, or a lot of people may ask or might think, like, then how do y'all, you know, coexist with each other? We just do. We just mesh. Because we got an understanding that, you know, like, it is what it is. So, like, I'm not going to sit here and say that we've never not been mad at each other or annoyed with each other. I'm sure we have. But it probably gets to the point, at least for me, on my end, how I look at it, if I am annoyed with you, I kind of like, you know, I just be like, you just whatever.
I think when it comes down to stuff like that too, honestly, when we were younger, I could definitely say those moments that we probably have with each other, we probably didn't know how to
communicate,
express it well enough. So we will find ourselves not talking long, or when we did talk, and then it'll be the awkward silence, and it'll be like, okay.
But then we also realize that a lot of and a lot of problems even now, it's not personal.
Yeah.
So we
realized that we got our own lives.
We got our own fucking lives, guys.
And we did
nothing is ever personal, but we can internalize and make it personal. And then when we actually like sit down and have the conversation, it's like that.
Yeah.
This is why communication, healthy communication is something that we really need to learn and grasp.
That's true.
Because ever since we've had maybe that conversation, we don't have to have it again. Because now there's an understanding going down the line. If something is going on, don't internalize it like it's you unless she actually say, hey, it's you. You know what I'm saying? So and I'm just saying that, like, we're not talking about just friendship, but I'm saying while we're saying this coincides with your soul tribe. The right people will get it. They would just get it.
They do. And you don't have to.
So what we're going through, we're talking about that because we get it for each other. Right? And so, like,
you just know.
You just get it. And even if you don't get it, you work hard as hell to get it. Because you love that person. We got a lot of pride in us. We got a lot of entitlement in us. We got a lot of hurt in us. A lot of things that we feel like, you know, should trump certain situations with people. And it'd be like, also, just because you're hurt, it gives a person a reason to do X, Y, Z. And that's like, no, you have to, where's the grace that's given? We talk about it all the time, but where's the grace that's given? I feel like we give so much grace to each other. It's ridiculous, to the point where we don't even have to, she knows when I'm annoyed, I know when she's annoyed, we just get it.
We get it though. We get it.
We get it. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it don't necessarily mean that like we're annoyed with each other.
Right.
It could be just stuff could be annoying, and it could be like, oh, okay.
Stuff is happening.
I'm gonna just give her a space. She'll talk to me when she's ready to talk.
Stuff is happening.
Or I'll talk to her when I'm ready to talk. And like, if it gets to the point where it go too silent, that's when we reach out and be like, oh, you okay? You straight? You know what I'm saying?
I know you need yourself.
Yeah, right. You know, you gotta give people space and time to figure that shit out. And that's what we do.
We do, and then that brings a point too, because a lot of people, I think, y'all may owe some people an apology. You may not get it. Yeah. But you may owe them an apology. I only say that because a lot of times we wear the entitlement thing too, knowing the type of person that other person might be. You're like, nah, they this, they that. I'm like, well, what did you do to make them feel that way? A lot of y'all not friends with certain people, and y'all can actually be there for each other. That person could probably be waiting for you to reach out, and we're so prideful.
Yeah.
we're so in ourselves to where we feel like, oh no, they did me like this. Was it that bad?
Yeah.
Or was it just a misunderstanding?
Yeah.
Or were you just upset because you heard it from somebody else when you could have just heard it from them? Or did you interpret it so wrong to the point where you know they ain't said that way? You know?
Yeah.
We do that to each other, and that made me realize, like, not saying there's some people that I miss, but I'm just saying, for those that saying, well, I ain't got nobody, you do. You just want to be with that person. Y'all selective with who y'all want to say sorry to.
Yeah.
It's okay.
And even if you don't have nobody, you know, that's where you need to kind of reevaluate why.
Just reevaluate why, and that's where I'm getting at. Just reevaluate why.
Yeah.
Somewhere down the line, you feel like you just lost trust because of that one person. You gotta let that go.
I feel like, and it's, I'm sorry if you wasn't finished. Go ahead.
No, that was good. You're just gonna let that go, and that was for me, because I be like, I can forget. I remember things, but I can still see myself being nice to somebody that really did me wrong. But in my heart, I'm like, God, I'm thankful for the way you made me.
Right. And to that point,
because they need that.
Because again, we classify ourselves as empaths, and I learned something that you need to be an empowered empath, which means you can still have, you know, those empathetic feelings and connections with people, but
okay, I like that.
Knowing when to step back and not let it affect you the way that it affects us.
Okay.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like when we go through a breakup, knowing that a person may not be the right fit, you can move on in peace without it being chaotic, toxic, or whatever.
Yeah.
With or without closure, and you can move on in peace, knowing that you've done all you can for that situation.
Yeah.
And not internalize or personalize things.
Yeah.
As if, you know.
But again, we lose people, and we lose good people.
Yeah, for sure.
Like us, because we are good people.
For sure.
People.
I want to be a bad person.
You know.
I want to know how that feels. How do that feel? Somebody tell me in the comments. What do that feel like? How can you be a bad person? Tell me. Teach me.
Okay.
I want to be a bad person. Cause I don't know nothing else but empathetic grace. You know what I mean? So somebody tell me how to not give a fuck. I don't know.
I mean, I promise you, best friend. That's what I'm saying. That's why I said I love what you said, because as an empowered empath, we probably been carrying on that trait for so long, so we just never knew. And that's why it brings me back to why I always say, God, I thank you for making me the way that I am, because I can be so angry. I can say so many bad things, but I'm still here for this person, and I'm so understanding. And I think to be an empowered empath is to know who you are. To know who you are, stand on who you are, and don't allow people to play with you and who you are. Exactly. Stand on that. That's why y'all be so wishy-washy and wavering into different friendships. Now 1 minute y'all best friends, next minute y'all cool with that person, next minute you cool. Y'all get with different people because you don't know who you are yet. So you kind of like link up with different souls, and you wonder why you're not fulfilled still. Facts. That goes for relationships. That's relationships too. Romantic relationships anyway. Yes. How you said we can just, I understand you, but you're not for me. I get where you coming from. Listen. But you're not for me. And that's okay. And that's another point. We're rambling, guys, but this is that episode. I love it. But that's another thing. Like, relationships, it's okay. It's okay for relationships. This is what dating is about. Dating is trial and error. Okay. Everybody is not gonna be your person. We romanticize everybody that comes because we want something that I can't stand myself. I can't either. So we want these type of things. Ultimately, we want these type of things. Ain't nothing wrong with wanting those type of things. It's not. We want these things, but not realizing that, like, we may not be in the season for it. It may not be the time for us, which is why we're meeting karmic situations and people that constantly use and abuse us. Not us specifically. I'm talking us as a whole, as a as a YouTube family, our watchers, our viewers. Like, we over romanticize things in our head, and that. Not just with romance, but we over, what I was saying about potential. That's the scenario we create.
People talk about how like we date potential.
Yeah.
And who's to say the potential that we've created for another person in our head is the potential that they want in their own lives on their own.
Right.
We gotta stop doing that. We gotta stop romanticizing people and they haven't given us or shown us or proven to us who they are or who they even want to be.
They haven't done none of that.
Friends, family, and romance. We gotta stop over like doing that until they give us proof, of that. And I feel like once we stop, over romance, because there's nothing wrong with you wanting a certain type of relationship for your life, whatever the case may be, but you wanting it so bad in your mind that it's kind of like manipulation.
That's the problem, though.
It's kind of like because you're now stepping into manipulation because now you're manipulating a person to be something that they may not even see for themselves or envision for themselves yet. And that's not fair for that person. Like, we got to meet people where they're at.
And you got to watch out the things that you're willing to do to get that person.
Absolutely.
A lot of times, like women, we get caught up in helping men out, doing certain things, and we realize we're only hurting ourselves because they're not even where we think they are. We romanticize the whole relationship to the point where like, oh, he really finna see it's me because I've been there for him for this. I gave him this and this and that. Who
said that just because you struggle with them, make that an obligation for him to stay with you?
Yep. That's just part of it. That's part of it. Listen. God said
I wasn't supposed to have it.
Period. That's
or the devil was mad.
The devil was mad because we dropped
one of the two. But even we gonna roll with the fucking punches here. I'm trying to tell you, it's been shambles. But
look, as y'all can see, they don't want us.
But listen,
to help y'all.
It's okay because I
love it.
I'm definitely gonna refill my cup. But no, seriously, like who's to say? Who's to say that just because you struggle with him and did all of this for him, who's to say that he decided
you the one
that he wants to be, and that's vice versa? Who's to say that person decided or made a solidified decision that just because they did this for me, I gotta now people doing stuff out of obligation and you never want to do that.
Yes, and that's
I don't ever want to be in a relationship where I feel obligated.
Yes.
I want to freely love people.
I want to freely love you.
Because love is a choice.
It really is.
You don't have to stay anywhere.
And we just talked about
literally just talked about, which is why I'm glad.
And I know y'all thinking like, oh, well, they gonna always agree with each other. No, we talked about this because love is a choice, and we go spiritual because God is facts. Period. The Bible says
period I, period poo, period what did she say? Period I, period I'm annoyed.
Yeah.
I can't even. That's how you know I'm annoyed. I don't even know the shit.
She was so nice.
Period I, period
I couldn't stare at her long enough to like it. I was just like, not another one, y'all. We make the wrong people famous.
We really do.
Not the bad Barbie. I was over with it.
We
make the wrong people famous, y'all.
And that's another thing. If we support the right shit,
we wouldn't be
a lot of black-owned businesses will be up there.
We are pissed off at the race.
Sorry.
This is that type of episode, right?
It's my TED Talk.
But what I was saying was that's why I said we go spiritual because again, the Bible says God is love. Right? God also says in the Bible that he likes to be invited. God, it's a choice to serve him. It's a choice to want him in your life. Invite him. Seeking you shall find. If you don't seek him out, you ain't gonna find him nowhere in your life. You can't say God is the head of my life. Is he really? So it's like he wants an invitation. And that's the thing. We invite certain other things. And we so quick with it. We're selective with what we want.
I feel like we're in a season, or we're in a season, but I feel like you all should be in a season that people should stop playing with me.
We should be tired of getting played with.
So like, you should be in a season for like, y'all gonna stop fucking playing with me.
Because you should know who you are. And if you don't know who you are, say, God, give me, because God actually gave you the tools. So God, show me the tools that you've given me already.
Yeah, for sure.
To equip me with what I need to get done within myself.
For sure.
In my season. So I can stand strong in my season.
Yeah.
Because too many people playing with you and they having their way with you and you better than that.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. And for that, so I was saying in the beginning, like we started jobs in the beginning, and it kind of made it super chaotic for our schedules to record. So which is why our inconsistency have been up and down. And that's just a piece of it.
Yeah.
Also relationships, new relationships happened this season for me. I was in a relationship where I thought, you know, it was different this time. We were like living together and stuff like that, and it was kind of, you know, it was different. But also in that season of me being in a relationship or trying a relationship out, especially in that like that sector, I've never lived with no one a damn life. But he didn't full-fledged like move in or whatever, but he was here 24/7.
Yeah.
That also ended, you know. So we have beginnings and we have endings, and it's just been overall chaotic.
Yeah.
It's been overall chaotic. However, this is why we're so committed to this, because it's not just about popularity, clout, or nothing. It's our lives that we use as examples to give our take and our opinion on certain topics.
Yeah.
Everything is, you know, we don't claim to be experts. We don't claim to be none of those things. We're winging it just like you. We said that numerous times over this podcast.
We never want to try to sound like we got it all together.
We don't got it all together.
Love being transparent.
Listen,
what we going through.
We don't have it all together.
Y'all knew me to be engaged.
I literally just spilled wine over the
okay, and we know. And we know for a fact that we try our best.
Listen, to be super dignified.
Okay.
At least on the camera. But it is what it is.
It is what it is.
It's been a lot of endings happening. You were saying.
No, again, like I said, they know Jay Neezy to be engaged. They know Jay Neezy to bring new life into. I was pregnant on one of our seasons.
Yeah.
What was this?
Last season? Season 3.
Yep. You know, I was pregnant with a ring. Now I'm not pregnant and I don't have a ring. My baby is beautiful. She's healthy. She'll be one soon. But Jay Neezy's definitely going through her little thing, and so is Jail. So we with y'all, and we hope that our story can like help and inspire y'all to understand that you're not alone. You're not by yourself. Like, we all trying to figure out this crazy life. Yeah.
And there's no blueprint. There's really no blueprint to shit. Really, like. I mean,
that's what I was gonna ask you.
Yeah, go ahead.
That's what I was gonna ask you.
Go ahead.
When you brought up the dating thing, you like dating. I was gonna ask you, like, do you have any advice for those that's been in this homebodies? And some people pride themselves on being homebodies to where I had to like I even encouraged my boss, like, girl, like, you gotta go outside to find somebody. And I joked with her, but she actually been dating, and he called her in the parking lot. I said, see? And she joked like, I wasn't even looking to part. I said, that don't even matter. You was outside. So do you have any advice for those that want to get back into dating but just don't know how?
So my advice is know if you're ready to get back into dating. Like, know that first. Because then you can go out there and get triggered, and then boom, now you're back in the same spot. So figure out, you know, get over whatever past situation and know that you're ready. 2, because I am a homebody. I'm a homebody, but also believe in in-person interaction as opposed to meeting people via social media.
Okay.
Like, I am a person that like wants to authentically, like, that's cool how she met somebody
in the parking lot, rough.
Because again, here we are. We gotta stop romanticizing.
You have to, right?
But I have this envision that I'm gonna meet somebody in Target, and they're gonna be like, oh my God, I want to take you on. You know what I'm saying? But I have those envisions because it's possible.
Yeah.
Very much so a thing. Very much so, but we have to get out. And so when I say, not literally at Target, but you know, I use that as an example. Yeah. You have to literally get out of your comfort zone.
Okay.
You wanna first make sure you're ready, and then make sure, when I say make sure you're ready, know that you're over that said situation. Also know what you want in the future situation.
Right.
Because once you know what you want specifically to the T of the man.
Yeah.
Now place yourself in those arenas where those men may be.
Okay.
So you can be found.
So you can be found, right.
So if you want a man that makes money, and we talk about a certain amount of money, we're not gonna put a price tag on it, but you know,
yeah,
you ain't gonna find them in these little corner bars down the street.
Right.
You want a man that make like $100K a year, over $100K a year, and intelligent, and know how to use his words, but all that type of shit.
Yeah.
Then go to conferences. Or go to happy hour.
Yeah.
You gotta be okay with going outside, and then you also have to be okay with going outside by yourself.
Okay. I hope y'all taking notes. That's true.
I'm learning that right now. So like, a lot of people think that I'm so confident and I'm so like this confident person, and that's awesome. I love that for y'all. I love that for y'all.
I've heard it for her all her life.
I love that y'all think that I'm so just this person. And I love that for y'all.
She dope, y'all.
But for me, I am very much so shy as fuck.
She's very timid. Cause she would not.
I am very much so. Best friend, come with me here.
Yup.
That's
Y'all have no idea
and
how many
I'm
times.
coming out of the fact.
She is.
I am a loner though.
Yeah.
But like to go, and I am coming out of that because you'll miss out. Me and my other friends was talking about this. You'll miss out on a whole lot of opportunities, experiences, if you wait on people to do XYZ. And so like I realized that. The last few years of my life, like I gotta do stuff by myself. Although I do things by myself, but I'm not talking about just grocery shopping or the typical normal loner stuff that you do. I'm talking about like go to bars by yourself. Tread lightly though, because it's a little dangerous. We live in Chicago.
Right,
and we understand.
Right, and though
as a woman, as a black woman, as a woman in general, your safety is important. So take that with a grain of salt, and certain places that you need to go. Be safe. Protect yourself at all times. But you gotta go places by yourself sometimes. And so like I told myself, I'm gonna take myself on a date one of these days where I'm gonna just go to dinner or maybe go to a bar and give me a drink. And just chill with myself and just enjoy the ambiance, because I am a aesthetics girl. So just I told myself I'm gonna do that for myself. Just stepping out and just really just being. It's going to be awkward. It's supposed to be awkward because of course you're by yourself at a bar, of course, or you're by yourself eating dinner. But those things are so normal. It's ridiculous on how normal. Just eating dinner, catching a movie by yourself. I used to go to the movie by myself all the time. Like how normal those things are. And we don't think, and that's another thing, like we systematically fucked up. Yeah. Because we don't think that
everything gotta be with somebody.
And it's like, or something, like
you gotta have somebody.
You have to have some other thing that's stimulating you. And it's like, nah, sometimes just go out. Just go and just enjoy and just. So those are my tips. So get out of your comfort zone. Even that goes for like, you don't always have to hang with the same friends too. You know what I'm saying? Like we have our own different friend groups, and I have like a coworker friend group. Like I went out with them last night. So like go out with different friends because they may introduce you to other people that they know. That
our circle is pretty much damn near the same.
Right?
So because you should want to have different other people.
I have different friends, so that way I can introduce her to those friend groups. To introduce her maybe possibly to her next relationship or husband. You just have to put yourself in different groups. And just, you have to be, I've heard this one time, you kind of have to, as an introvert, or me personally, I kind of have to, like, there's nothing wrong with being an introvert, but I kind of have to kill that. You kind of have to be confident. You kind of have to be outgoing.
Yeah.
To be in those type of settings.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, doing that takes a tremendous amount of work on yourself to be comfortable enough with yourself. And I know for a long time that was hard for me to be comfortable in my own self. That way I won't be a chameleon when I get around certain people. And I'm this way because I'm with them, and I'm this way because I'm with her, or I'm this way because I'm with him. Know yourself. Spend some time with yourself to know, like, oh yeah, that crowd is not me.
Yeah.
That person, because you'll do a lot of cross elimination. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it'll save you a lot of time, heartache, and pain, and low vibrational ass experiences when you know yourself, because then you won't even put yourself in those predicaments, right?
Yeah.
So that's another thing. So aside of that too, is just understand that dating is trial and error. Dating will always be trial and error. So the very first person that you meet, so like with your boss situation, she met the guy, and she's like, oh my God, you know, whatever. She should allow that situation to be a learning one, because it may end up a long-term thing, and then it possibly may not.
Right.
But when I say dating is trial and error, let's not go into it so seriously. Enjoy it.
Enjoy it.
Have fun.
I love that.
Enjoy the moment.
I love that.
Because we go. I know for me, personally, I get a person and I date just that one person, and then like I envision his whole life. You know.
Same. That's how I am. I'm like, because you know what? And I think because we know what we want. We're coming when we know what we want. We know we're ready. We know what we've been through. We know that it's like, it's definitely
but
time.
Everybody that we meet
and
is not where we at.
Yeah.
So we can't.
That's why
have to pull it back.
When dating, you let them know, oh, I'm ready. I want this, So if you still playing, best believe y'all, we've been through. If you've been dating people long enough, you know when somebody,
you know when somebody playing with you.
You know what to pick up, and you know what.
And it's it's absolutely your choice to figure that shit out. Yeah. Like if you want to decide to continue being delusional or not, but
because you know what they bring, what they come with, and you know how honest they can be based off their actions. Like
absolutely. So yeah, those are my tips. I kind of want to cut it. I definitely want to cut it short because definitely want to cut it short. We don't want to be on here too long. I'm just rambling. We just came on here really to just let y'all know that we get it. Life is hard for everybody. But I want y'all to stay encouraged.
Yeah.
Even in the midst of the storm, like we're in the midst of a storm right now.
Yeah.
But you wouldn't really know or tell because we don't wear our problems. But I want y'all to stay encouraged through whatever y'all going through, relational, financial, like family issues, work issues, whatever. Like, stay encouraged. Keep the fight. Like, it's not going to end where you're at. I know you may not see the end of the tunnel right now, but there is a end of the tunnel. And
that is so true.
Find your tribe. Like, really find your people.
Yeah.
Again, you wouldn't know that until you know yourself. And not saying that some people, like, I'd say that, but you can lose yourself in situations. I almost lost myself in the last day. Like, really lost myself. Like really lost myself. I was slowly but surely pulling back from my own self, and I was becoming who that person wanted me to be.
Right.
And that has never happened to me before. But
It's so easy for us
It's
to
so
lose.
easy.
Lose what matters the most,
Yeah.
and that's ourselves. Because they don't have nothing going for themselves. The first thing is to put you at a level to where they can understand you better.
Yeah. Don't allow other people's misfortune or trauma to forget who you are and where you've come and how far you've come. Everybody's problems are not your problems, and we have to. That's boundaries,
right?
You have to learn, even if you're in a relationship,
right. When
even if you're in a marriage or whatever, like
that should not stop.
That shouldn't stop you from, elevating and
right. That title do not make them. Do that mean they own you?
I don't ever want to be in a relationship where we become each other's worlds. We come in people's lives to enhance it, not be it.
Not be it. End all, be all. No, it should not.
I don't want to be no one's everything, because I'm human and I will fail.
Yes. So you put me on that expectation, and I do something that's not expected,
fail, and then turn around and now I'm the villain.
Yep.
So no, I feel like if we really kind of fix that portion of our lives, which is a lot of work. It's a lot of work.
Yeah.
I think we will be on the right path to healthy relationships and just healthy living in general.
You feel good with yourself.
Yeah.
Your whole well-being would just change.
What I can say right now, I'm just in the space of me right now.
Yeah.
And regaining my, myself back.
Yeah.
Like I said, I feel stretched. I absolutely feel that in every sense of the word.
Yeah.
When you stretch, it's painful. And I'm feeling all of that. But also, I am optimistic that things are going to get better and getting better as we speak. Because I serve a God that knows things before I know them.
Yeah.
So with that being said,
yes, I love it.
We're going to go ahead and end that there. If you haven't already, follow us on all digital platforms. I mean, that's Apple, Spotify, Google, iHeartRadio, Spreaker, Beaker. All of those that you get your audio podcast. Let's Wine About It with the wine glass emoji. We are on YouTube. We are wine tubers, as my best friend loves to say all the time. Let's Wine About It podcast. You'll see our lovely faces. Follow us on Instagram and Facebook. Let's Wine About It pod. P-O-D. Mainly Instagram, because again, we're interactive on there. Yeah, season 5 is coming. We thank you for enduring season 4 with us. We thank you for the immense support that you always have given us. For loving us in our authentic self and our crazy world that we are always in. But what you will see a lot of, though, in the break until season 5 is a lot of vlogs. So stay tuned for that.
Yes.
Our
one up now.
Yes, there's a Baltimore, a random best friend trip to Baltimore vlog.
Yes.
Up now. So go run up those views. Go run up the likes. Subscribe. Comment. Share. Let people know about this. And then tell us your wine selections. Tell us what you think.
Yes.
And in the meantime, we love, appreciate, and adore you all. Per usual. Tell my best friend happy birthday on 11/17. We would love that on Instagram. But until season 5, guys. Yes.